WhiskyJason here, whiskey from the viewpoint of an American in Germany tasting rare and exotic whiskey. Thank you very much for watching. Today I have something from Australia from Starward. Now this is from the independent bottler Berry Brothers and Rudd, which was exclusive for the German importer called Kirsch Whiskey. It's unchilled filtered, it's uncolored, very, very good. And it's a 53% cask strength Australian 3-year-old whiskey. Distilled 2017, bottled 2020. Now, I'm a little bit confused. Now, Whiskybase 176, 461 didn't help much because I do know the following, and I'm just going to read from the back of the label, all right? It says here, founded in 2016, the distillery uses 100% Australian barley. Yay! And also fills into a variety of ex-Australian wine casks. Yay! The whiskey was matured initially in a mix of French and American oak casks. So this is a single barrel, a single cask, even though it was originally matured in a mix from American and French oak casks. So then it was re-racked into a charred ex-red wine cask for the final year of maturation. So this whiskey finished in a wine cask had originally seen in total 3 different casks in 3 years. Really? And this is a single cask? I would have expected a 3-year maturation in a red wine cask. No. They re-rack in Australia after 2 years for the 3rd year. Wow. All right, so I'm just amazed. I guess that's why I'm confused. It's just like, wait, okay, we had 2 different things. We mixed them together and we put them in in the 3rd year. All right, who knows? Berry Brothers Rudd, you bought it 99 euros and 90 cents over here in Germany. Cask strength 53%. Barrel number 10,000 and 10067. So 10,067. All right, so yeah, I'm going to compare it to another Starward whiskey. I'm full of Starwards at the moment. I have 4 at the moment. I'm trying and comparing and reviewing. So this is the Fortis. Fortis means actually bold. It means brave. And this is a 50% whiskey. This is not cask strength, but close to it. And this was matured in American oak red wine barrels. Yay. Total, it was Cabernet Sauvignon Cab and Shiraz red wine casks from Australia. Australian barley, Australian wine casks. Very, very, very good. So this is 60 euros. This is 90 euros. This is 3 years. This is 3 years. This is 53. This is 50. This is 60 euros. This is 100 euros. So on the nose, I get a dark cherry moment. A little bit of a raspberry, almost like an overripe raspberry, and then alcohol. I'm kind of amazed. I mean, okay, 53% is a lot, but it's sharp. It's cutting alcohol. It's very, very young. All right, over here to my Fortis. Smelling my own self so I can readjust my nose, recalibrate. Wow. I kind of like this. I'm not a great fan of the Fortis, but I like it. There's certain wines that I sometimes drink in the summer, and it's a very rich fruity moment. It's a very light fruity moment. It's a very red fruity moment. And then I'll drink 1 glass and say that's enough, I'll switch. And that's exactly what this is. This is a cherry lollipop in a glass. This is a sour cherry marmalade. I don't know if you've ever had sour cherry jelly or marmalade. That's what this is. This is very, very clear. And when you taste it, it goes this. And there's a tiny little bump at the end. It goes towards, if you want to be positive, fudge. If you don't want to be, fudge also has a moment it dries out your mouth, or a little bit of sawdust. And then it goes back. And it's just like, yeah, oh. Very, very nice. This, on the other hand, we have to now discover. So let's try it. Cheers. Cilantro. I don't know if I should say cilantro. Cilantro is Gaelic, and the people in Australia have absolutely 0 Gaelic influence down there. So here, cheers. Mmm. 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 Wow. Hot. Wow, that's really disgustingly hot. Ouch. Oh, first of all, it was like astringency. There was a dryness, and then it just burst into flames. I haven't had that happen for a while. Wow. This is the second video of the day. I have already had this in my glass before, and I had exactly the same reaction. In the meanwhile, I've tried this again, and perfectly smooth, perfectly like it should be. This is the whiskey. Now, I'm going to have a conspiracy theory moment again. Now, usually in the old days, what you would do as a independent bottler, you would go to your broker or you go to the different distilleries and say, please send me some samples of some casks. You get maybe 5 or maybe 3 or maybe 10 samples. You'd try them and say, okay, I would please like to have now cask number 2 and cask number 7. The other 10 or the other 5 or the other 2, I don't want. That's what we used to do. Today, unfortunately, things are much more complicated and happening much more quickly. And what's happening is are people they're buying casks blind. That means basically, wow, I got some sun in my face here, I'm sorry. Basically what's happening is they're basically just buying the cask according to recommendations. I could almost imagine, I might be totally wrong, and I'm very sorry if I am wrong here, but I'm trying to get an excuse in my brain to understand why Berry Brothers and Rudd would actually fill this thing up. I think they filled it up because they just bought that cask blind. I do not think, I hope no one tried this beforehand and was like, oh, this is yummy, let's bottle this, let's burn people's taste buds off. I hope not. But that's what I experience with this bottle. My personal experience is viewpoint of an American from Germany. It's my experience. I'm not the god of whiskey. I'm not the only person out there talking. I might be the only person talking on YouTube about this bottle at the moment, but hey, I bought it. I can review it. I can give my personal opinion about it. I do not like this, unfortunately. I did let's dilute it down to 43%. A few months ago, I actually did a Berry Brothers and Rudd blind tasting. I bought 6 bottles of Berry Brothers and Rudd, up to €80 expensive bottles. So these were not the 30, these were some of the middle range and some of the better bottles. Almost every single bottle disappointed us as a group of tasters. That we did it blind, nothing really piqued our interest, and it was like, wow, we got to buy this bottle. I do not know if the quality of Berry Brothers and Rudd has been decreasing in the last years, or if I just have very bad luck in picking out their duds. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I do know that it used to be that people would say, hey, Berry Brothers and Rudd, you can't go wrong there. They're absolutely great bottlings. Unfortunately, in this case, no, and in the other cases as well. All right, one last time, 43%. Mm, 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 mm. Wow, a lot of oak, a lot of tannins, a lot of a little bit like sawdust moment. Now the fruitiness is trying to escape, it's trying to go through, it's trying to reach us, but it's just not possible, unfortunately. Wow. Does not give a good aftertaste either. I'm going to give this in German as well as in English, a solid D. Value for money, €100 for a 3-year-old whiskey, F. I'm going to fail this puppy. Do not buy this bottle of whiskey. I'm sorry. Go for a sample if you find one, but do not spend €100 on this bottle and go, oh, I want to try what's going on down in Australia. Go to Nova, go to Solera, go to Twofold, go to here Fortis. If you want a higher proof whiskey from down under, Fortis 50%, €60, at least where I live here. You got a wonderful cherry note, and even on the taste here. On the palate, it's actually very nice. As I said, a lot of rich sour cherry, a little bit of currants in there, a tiny little bit of a light plum, and then the whole time it's just consistent. The alcohol supports everything. It's exactly like it should be. It's a little simple, not much complexity, but a fairly good whiskey for that price and for that offering that they're giving here. This is for me a dud. This for me is a good alternative. All right, thank you very much for watching. My question of the day is, what bottles can you recommend from Berry Brothers and Rudd that are available here in the year 2021? So for all of you watching in 2022 and onward, sorry for the question of the day, but for all the people that watched this when it came out, what other bottles of whiskey from Berry Brothers and Rudd can you recommend in the year 2021? That would interest me a lot. My recommendation would be Cadenheads actually have a very good blended whiskey. They have batches. And the same thing also Berry Brothers and Rudd. They also have a sherry blended whiskey, which is fairly good. I had batch number 2. I think batch number 3 is out now. They're doing pretty good things there. That's not bad at all. All right, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for liking. Please subscribe. Please tell others about this crazy guy over in Germany tasting things you hopefully will never see, or probably won't see. In this case, hopefully. In this case, probably. Maybe you might get the Fortis in the States. That'd be great. And thank you very much. Oh, by the way, batch 2, not batch 1. I have batch 2 here. And by the way, thank you very much for also commenting, subscribing, and telling others. Bye-bye.